Hey y'all. Hey y'all, come on in, come on in. It is the knowing. It is the knowing. Here with another video. Tired, exhausted, but I had to bring this video. I have several articles I'm tracing. One of them I'm not going to be, I thought I was going to be able to present it today, but I'm not going to be able to because I was extremely busy. And we'll talk about all that later. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dr. Lisa Knowing. And my page is Seeing and All Knowing here on YouTube. And it's the Knowing on Facebook. Come in, hit the thumbs up, please. Also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so every time I come on, you'll be notified. Hello, 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 Greg. How are you? I was just thinking about you. 2-3 more things, and but I'm gonna send you, and it hopefully it's gonna go off Saturday, hopefully. But Teal had a little setback. She got ill, and she has not been with me these past few days, and I'm going through my own little thing. But you're gonna get it, I promise you. Other than exhausted, I'm doing okay. Other than being exhausted, I am doing okay. Y'all come on in, come on in. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel. It's so much going on out here. Thank you, Greg. It's hey, Miss Bobby. It is so much going on. It's so much happening. It's disturbing. I had a really busy day at work. I did, but I had to run home for a minute. And as when I was in the truck, I saw something come up. And so I printed it so it could be waiting for me when I got here. Hey, Miss Yates, girl. Hey, Miss Rhonda. Hey, y'all. So it could be waiting for me when I got here, and it was waiting on the printer. Because I want to bring this story to you. And then I got a bigger story coming. You know, you just can't trust anybody. You can. I just want to talk about that for a few minutes. We are all getting to the part where we're too trusting. We trust people. We think people are for us. But who really for you? And I just continue to think about this, because I told y'all, I do want to meet and greet or whatever, but I want to make sure that when we have this meet and greet, we're all safe. So I'm going to have to, once it happens, because it will be combined with both channels, with YouTube as well as Facebook. And so we just got to be safe. And so I'm going to have to get some security. And you know what? And I don't mind getting it. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a text. And I don't mind getting it because whatever we need and whatever can help us, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do whatever can help us, and that's what we're gonna do because we can't trust folks. We don't know who these people are. We just can't. Let me get into this. There was a young lady. She was actually celebrating her birthday. It's actually a river cruise company. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why it's blocking off. Don't want to leave. Somehow end the live. We just got on. Greg, you just came. So, I can't have people in jeopardy or whatever. So I'm going to have to revamp some stuff and rethink some things and make sure everybody, because we don't know. We don't know people's intentions. We don't know. I may have to set up a Zoom to where I know the people that, follow and would like to come. We may have to put information up like that. I don't think I'm going to put it just on these platforms I don't think I'm gonna go live on Facebook and talk about it, or do I think I'm gonna go live on YouTube and talk about it? Just not gonna do that. But anyway, let's get into this. Hey, Monica girl, how you doing, honey? It was a riverboat company out of Memphis, Tennessee. Say they do not think that the mother who went missing on their boat went overboard. Saying they have video footage of her returning to the harbor on the boat. That's right, Miss Rhonda. That's how we gonna do it. Cause see, we gonna be safe. We gonna be safe before anything. And so they say they saw her, and they got video showing this. Thank you for those hearts, Miss Monica, girl. Well, anyway, she was 21 years old. She was celebrating her birthday on Saturday on the Island Queen Booze Cruise with 3 work friends, according to Action 5 News. Remember what I just said? Now, y'all listen to the key thing. 3 work friends. 3. Okay? Okay. According to Action News. When the boat docked, it was alleged that the mother of 2 was not aborted. She was not aboard, they say. She was last spotted around 11:30 p.m. on September the 9th, which had been that long, according to the Memphis Police Department, okay? Police are on their 3rd day of investigating Mrs. Taylor's whereabouts and say they're exploring every possible scenario. That could be me. That could be Miss Monica, Miss Bobby, Miss Yates, anybody. They went to a cruise boat, and I'm sure it's one of the ones that, take you out to sea, bring you back. It's an all-day boat thing. I've been on one of those as well. Police, I told you, on their 3rd day, and they looking at everything. They turning over, hey, Miss Joanne, girl, I love you. They're turning over every can they can possibly turn over. Police, they're on their 3rd day. Again, I told you, they're looking at every scenario possible. A statement was released by the boating company in Memphis, Riverboat Company, on Monday on Facebook. They said, we would like to express our sympathy to the Taylor family and friends in regards to her being a missing person, the statement read. We can confirm, thank you, Miss Joanne, we can confirm from video footage circling around that she was last seen on the boat as the boat was pulling into the harbor. Where we dock our boats, we have no reason to believe she could have gone overboard. And we will be respecting the Memphis Police Department as they conduct their investigation. We hope she's found safe and returned home. That's what, Miss Rhonda, that's what it seems like to me. Deborah Taylor, which is the mother of the missing mother of 2, drove from Covington to Memphis to file a missing person report. You can't trust your own children. His son choked his own mother. Okay, I saw that, Miss Eva. You can't trust nobody. And I hate to say that, but you honestly can't. What you say, Miss Rhonda? Let's move on. No one knows anything. And I don't understand how Deborah Taylor, she was telling WREG, this sounds bad, bad, bad. I do feel the people she was with. I do think that they know more than they're putting out. I saw that too shameful. I don't think, and I do have enough sense to know she didn't leave here. She didn't just disappear. That's the mama now. Nobody but yourself. That's it. That's it. That's why when y'all get to thinking about y'all finna have a trip and finna have a girls trip and all that stuff, I want y'all to start thinking about it. Even when men start talking about, oh, we gonna have a man's trip and we just gonna have a good time. Think about who you going with. Okay, let's move on. The friends allegedly told the mother that she went upstairs on the second floor of the boat. Y'all, excuse me, I'm exhausted. To use the bathroom. She put her phone down on the table. We picked up her phone and went and waited by the door for her to come out. And then we left. Why you left her? If you had that much effort to pick up that telephone and to go stand by that door, somebody got to tell the dog, why did you leave her? She ain't came out yet. You ain't gave her an opportunity. Okay, y'all. Let's continue. Why would you leave? That's what the mama want to know. Why would you leave? Really, to be totally honest, the mama want to know why in the hell did y'all leave my daughter? Now, that's what she want to know. She just ain't saying it, but that's what she want to know. See, who leaves their phone laying anywhere? I mean, that's the thing. I don't leave my phone. I don't leave my phone for nobody else to pick it up. I'm going to have my phone in my hand. And when I get ready, when I go in, if I got to use the bathroom and I go in the stall, I close my case back. I secure my phone in my chest. I use the bathroom, wash my hands, open the door with the wet paper towel. I walk right on down the hall. I open another double door I got to go through to get to my office, and I open it with that same paper towel. And then I open my office door with that same paper towel. And when I get back in there, I lay my phone out and I get the spray, the sanitizer, and I sanitize my phone. But I don't leave my phone nowhere. That's right. And I keep saying this. When you leave with somebody, you ought to come back with them. Now, I'm just being honest with you. If you leave with that person, you should come back with them. Hey, Miss Harris, girl, how you doing? All right, y'all, let's finish. Let me see where the dot was at. Y'all know I get very emotional with this stuff. That's right, Miss Rhonda. I get emotional with it, with things like this. 21 years old, got 2 kids. And you don't went off with 3 friends. See, let me tell y'all something. I was thinking about this before I even saw this article, and that is the truth. I was just thinking, I had some reports that had to be sent in, and they had to be sent in by 5 today. And I found out this morning that they had to be sent in. Well, I do what I have to do, because this is me. And so the guy that works out in how he came and said, Doc, did you see the email? I said, yeah. He said, I'm real busy. Will you just fill in mine? And I usually do it for him, so I say, of course. That's right, Miss Monica, period. So I did that. He said, what's the matter? I said, nothing. I said, I was just in a deep thought. He said, about what? I said, I just don't know. I said, I just, wonder why people are so trusting. And he said, oh, goodness, what you don't heard? I said, not really heard anything. I just heard the young lady didn't even know the girl and the guy, really. And she going to let him give her a ride. I said, they went talking to me, and before I could get back down there, they were pulling off. And I said, I didn't want to, I said, but wonder why people are so trusting. And he just looked at me. He said, Doc, they don't give a damn. That's what he said. And I said, Lord, just pray that everything works out. And so I got back to typing. And so, anyway, let me finish with this. Why would you leave? That makes no sense. Y'all came together. Y'all stick together. That's what our mother said. Because, see, too much of this is happening. One of the friends who was on the boat with her that night spoke to Action News 5. I don't know, because this looked like Keandria. That's the name. It looked like Keandria Jenkins. But they said, and they could have had a typo. He said that Miss Taylor had started to drink even before they arrived. At around 11:15 p.m., they all met up with friends at Memphis Riverboats, where while waiting in line to board, Miss Taylor started to speak to someone. That's what they say now. Mr. Jenkins said the person gave Miss Taylor money so she could buy a drink for her birthday. At some point during the boat ride, Miss Taylor allegedly went off to the bathroom and was gone for more than 15 minutes. We all split up and searched the whole boat while the boat was moving, looking for the young lady, Miss Taylor. Mr. Jenkins said that to Action 5 News. Police boats and aircraft were both dispatched to search the river for the mother of two. Investigators are still searching for the whereabouts of Miss Taylor. From the news, that's all they basically said. And it's an ongoing investigation. Now, what are all them cameras that they have on them boats? What is? What is? Where is all the surveillance? Because, the boat that I went on that you go in part of the river, whatever, it's like a dinner. They call it like a dinner cruise. You go out about 5, come back in about 10, 11. I don't know how they started back since COVID, but you pay about $50. And, they have the cash bar. Now, those boats aren't that big. So where's the young lady? And that's right, Miss Rhonda, something ain't right. And they got footage showing her get on now. See, let me tell you. A lot of times we can think that people are our friends. That's right. Jealousy is real. Supposed to be. That's right. You got to watch them. You do. You can't trust these friends that you just met. These fly-by-night folk. These folk you work with. You do not know whether or not these people are jealous of you or not. You don't know. And one thing we start to do, we start to get too comfortable in front of them. See, when you start to mix alcohol and different things up in there, you get confused. Mm-hmm. And it's easier for you to lie. Mm-hmm. And not tell the truth about what's really going on. And I think that's what has happened. And they want to put it on. Why did they have to put it in there? She started drinking before we even left. Why did they put that in there? And again, why? I'm going to say what somebody else said. Why she didn't take her phone with her? Why did they have a phone? They don't think nobody went overboard, but if they ain't really looking, they don't know. Most of the time when they say overboard, people are telling you somebody done went overboard. But if they saw her get back on there and the boat ain't that big, where is she? Her mother drove all the way down from Covington to file this report. Hey, Miss Sky, hey, girl. Oh, you didn't know what happened to them? But see, we can start working with people today. And tomorrow they're your best friend. How is that? You don't even know them. See, sometimes people pretend that they like you. And they secretly hate you. Women are extremely jealous of each other. Don't you walk in nowhere where it appears that you got a little bit more. Where it appears that you got yourself together. Because you can't hang with them people who got the mindset that they ain't got themselves together. You know, like they say, you got to, know when to hold and when to fold. You got to know who are acquaintances and who are friends. And you got to be careful getting drunk with these folk that ain't your friend and don't care nothing about you. You got to be careful with that. I don't care what nobody say. See, you may like this person, and this person may be good to you and your opinion. Probably Miss Yates. But how do you know how she feel about you? Let me tell you. I'm going to just tell you how people are. I'm going to tell you. This was before I got my undergrad degree. And I met these young ladies. They commuted together and everything. They appeared to be friends to me now. They graduated together, went to the same, high school, graduated from the same high school, had been together since the play balls. Excuse me, y'all, of the sandballs. And they supposed to have been real good friends. Well, one day, they showed on Miss Jordan, you better come through now. One day, one of them didn't come. And so the other one came and she said, hey, Lisa. I said, hey, how you doing? She said, I'm doing okay. And I said, where your sidekick? She said, oh, she's not here and I don't really like her. I said, well, damn, y'all put on a good show. I didn't have no filter back then. Now y'all got a filter now. And so she said, what do you mean? I said, y'all act like y'all love each other. You said y'all just like sisters. And what you just said, my sister wouldn't have never said that. And so she said, you know how it is. Everybody out here playing game. Miss Scott said, story time. She said, everybody playing game. I said, oh, are they? She said, yes. I don't know that girl. I just met her. Whatever. But you secretly jealous of her. So she kept talking and talking. I said, you jealous of her. She said, I ain't jealous of her because everybody thinks she this, that, and the other and all this other stuff. I said, she is all that. She is. Everything you said, she that. She's beautiful. She got the body. She do. I said, and these are the words I said verbatim. And she damn well on that dance team, and she damn well shaking it like any other. That's why she the captain of it. Oh, yes. I believe in telling the truth. I said, that girl got her stuff together. And then when she come in this classroom, she produces. I said, you secret jealous of her, and she don't have no idea that she's staying in an apartment with the enemy. She said, so what you trying to say? I said, I ain't trying to say nothing. I've said it. She don't know who you are because you ain't bothered about her. I said, maybe you're with her because she's popular. And people do that. People are with you. I've always believed in telling the truth. Oh, yes, Miss Yates. Oh, yes. And that girl was there. And she was the nicest person you would ever want to meet. She was very nice. She did not get into it with nobody. If somebody was talking about somebody, she said, y'all don't say that. We just get in a group and we just help them. I said, honey, some of these folk in here you cannot help. And she said, well, Lisa, let's just try. I said, okay. You set it up and I'll be here and we'll try. And we were able to help them get out of that class. But it was her. I tell you, it wasn't me now. Because I thought it was just a last call. They didn't want to get out. But it was her that said it. And she convinced me to be open-minded and let's help them. That same hater, she was saying, I said, you can't help nobody. You need to be in here trying to get you some help too. Oh, yes, Miss Ron. Yes. So, so afterwards, the girl was just so happy. And, and the other thing that I would tell you, this girl was from a wealthy family. I mean, she can't help that everything was just like this for her. Everything was kind of laid out, But I liked her. I felt like she was down the earth, and this, that, and the other, whatever. And so she said, you're not gonna try it for the band. I said, I ain't got time for that. I've been doing it ever since I was in the fifth grade. I do not want to be marching up and 3 miles. I don't want to be up all night out here on this field. I just don't want to do that. And she said, you thought about the dance team? I said, no. I said, I think, no, them little things, y'all, well, my butt may be a little bit too big. She said, no, it's not. But I just didn't want to do it. I said, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. I came here to get an education and to leave. And I said, but since we're talking about this, I said, the girl that's your roommate, she really don't care for you. She said, huh? I said, baby, that girl don't care for you. I said, she really don't even like you. And she said, what makes you say that? I said, I'm not going to get into all of that. I said, but she don't really care for you. She said, but my mama just said the same thing. I said, well, you should listen. You should find your, however you can do it, you should distance yourself from her. I said, even if it means going back on the campus in the dorm, you got to get away from her. Because I feel like the reason why some things could be happening to you is because of that roommate of yours. I said, that's it. That's all. I don't have anything else to say about it. And so she said, oh, she said, that just makes me feel so bad. And now, she said, I'm going to call my mother. I said, okay. So she called her mother and she was talking to her. And she said, Mama, she said, the girl I was telling you about in the class, her name's Lisa. We helped the girls and they going to pass the class. Oh, yeah. Hey, Miss Mike Carter, girl. You right, Miss Scott? And so, her mother, she said, where y'all at? She said, we was over there in one of the professor office that we liked it. And that's where she called her from and stuff. And so he had to go to a class. He let her stay in there and told her to close the door. And the mother, she said, why you say that, baby? I said, I can't say. I said, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to start anything. I said, but she's not her friend. She said, I picked that up. She said, she brought her home because we wanted to meet her. She said, everything tells her that she's jealous of my baby. I said, she is. I said, there it is. Hey, Miss Ivy, honey, I love you. I said, that's how it is. And so the girl eventually moved back to the campus and got out of that apartment. But she told me, she said, I'm afraid to eat anything. I'm afraid if I open something, if I don't finish it, I don't eat it or whatever. And she said, but she said, I'm acting funny. I said, stop acting funny until you can get out. I said, never show nobody your hand until you can get out. And so she was like, okay. And I said, but you got another good outlet. Thank you, Miss Ivy. I said, you got another good outlet. She said, what is that? I said, your boyfriend. Let him come over, or you start going over there until you can get out of here next semester. Have him around all the time. And just don't be there by yourself. She said, I never thought about that. I said, you better learn how to survive out here in these streets. I said, you just got to learn. I said, but she's not your friend. So after she moved back to the campus and everything, she told her she was moving out the apartment. Honey, she showed her true colors. But I told her, I said, I told you that. And then she tried. I said, girl, you ain't finna do nothing to her. You ain't going to do nothing to her. You might as well go on and sit down so we all can graduate. Because you ain't finna do nothing to her. She ain't did nothing to you. You don't came in here cussing this girl out. She ain't said nothing to you. This girl ain't even a fighter. You know she's not. So sit down and shut up. I sit down and shut up now. And leave it, So remember now, we helped some girls pass. Same girls with us. And they said, yeah, sit down and shut up because you're not going to do anything to her. Because the girl was so nice. Naive now, but nice. She was naive because her parents hadn't taught her nothing. Her parents hadn't taught her how to be out here in this world. And I'm not talking about her parents, but some parents just don't teach them how to be out here. My father taught me how to be out here amongst people. My father taught me that I'm going to have to be out there. My sisters are older than me. I got to be out here in this world by myself. So this foolery, I would never do. No, not this. I ain't going nowhere with 3 co-workers. I ain't never have. And ain't gonna start today. No. Even if somewhere that I'm trying to go, my sister, one of them will say, nah, we going too. Book us a trip. We going too. Until they get to know, and they got to know that they know. The other thing I'm dropping, these girls know, or these 2 girls and this guy, these 3 friends know what happened to this girl. This 21-year-old celebrating her birthday and got 2 children at home. They know. See, this person, you can be this person's friend and love them to death. And that person can be secretly hating you. Happens all the time. You got to teach them about the streets. You got to. You do. And a lot of people say, I don't want to teach them about the street. How are they going to survive in it then? If you don't teach them, the streets will teach them. And the streets won't teach them the right way. I'd rather for my people who care and love me to teach me. And when I read this story, I said, this has been on my mind all day about friends. True friends. Do we really have true friends out here anymore? Do we really? And let me tell y'all something else, and this coming up about the story. I'm not going to break it tonight because I got to get more of it. That's everything I said, Miss Joanne, I know this stuff to be a fact. I do. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, I thank my father for the upbringing. And I thank God, he sent me into the direction of psychology and counseling and to be a therapist. I thank God that he did. Because I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always thinking, what if this happened? What if that happens? How to get out of this? How to get out of that? They had to teach you, Miss Rhonda. When you definitely from them big cities and you're in military times and you moving everywhere, you got to know how to survive out here in these streets. You just do. That's right, Miss Bob. I tell my squad, stop looking for friends in the wrong places. Because they just ain't out here. People are trying to get what you got. They ain't really being your friend. If they see your man and they want him, they'll go after him. Now, I don't know where I'm going with this, but this is what I started out. But I do want to say something about this, and I'm going to get off of here because I got to move to Facebook. Thank you, Miss Mike Carter, baby. Y'all thumbs the video up and share, because somebody need to know this. Somebody right now planning a trip with them coworkers, and them coworkers ain't bothered. Child, sometimes people get you away, and I'm telling you, that Shinquella Robinson case. I still don't know why them folk didn't do nothing about that. I don't. I'm not pretending to know everything, but I don't know why they didn't do anything about it. That girl spent her money, her dime, and went over there to Mexico, and ain't nothing happened. If I would never go to Mexico again, I'll be fine. I'll be okay. Another thing that's going on that all these people are not talking about it. And you too may get me. But, it's okay. Each generation. That's right, Miss Joy, get weaker and weaker and weaker. And they need somebody to validate them. They need them. Like, it's these 2 girls. Baby, I said, baby, let me tell you one thing, honey. I don't know about nobody else, but this doctor, I don't care what you and your roommate or your friend doing. It has nothing to do with me. If you like her, that's fine. She like you, that I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That is much, 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 much higher than what I came here to do. I came here to teach. So if that's who you like, and that's your business. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Wouldn't even speak on it. And where did it come from? I got 101 things to do. Now, because you guilty, don't come up here trying to make it the doc feel like she guilty, because my mind ain't even went that way. My mind ain't even went, child. If they knew all the stuff I have on my mind, that ain't it. I said, now, if you want to make a confession, you go ahead and confess. But you shouldn't be confessing to me. Don't you confess to them priests or whatever? Or get on your knees and confess to your God, but not me. Anyway, moving on. Urgent search for an escape. He escaped, child. They think he headed towards Mobile. I'm assuming they talking about Mobile, Alabama, because he let me see now, y'all. His name is Christopher Bates. Walked away from some work release job on the Gulf Shore. Oh, there's another story. Yeah, y'all know Doc go to another story. He was doing 20 years for robbery. About 11:30, he walked out. He only had on his t-shirt and his underwear. And he's been in and out of jail for more than 15 years. And they got an urgent search out for him. Hey, sis, why all these people escaping from these prisons? What are these folk doing? Are they not doing their jobs anymore? He just walked off. And he walked off in his t-shirt and underwear. I got it right here. Yes. And he was doing 20 years for armed robbery. His name is Christopher Bates. He was on a job-related assignment at the Gulf Shores. And he from Mobile. And I'm thinking he talking about Mobile, Alabama. And they said that's where they think he's headed. Another escapee. See, y'all, thank you. I appreciate everybody on. Yes. And this is the thing, I got to talk about them them canines. The canine is the one that caught the man. I got to see the pictures real close. And he bit him now. But the canine bit him. Somebody sent me that to I thought the canine was to find you, not bite you. I never told y'all they wouldn't bite. Don't they got teeth? I don't know, Miss Joanne, baby. They getting help, okay. Them Miss Ivette always tell me about that dollar. But these folks are escaping. But they gonna train some more canines. They gonna train them. And see, they gonna have them canines for a reason. They ain't gonna be over there in Hoover. Well, I'm gonna be over there. I'm going to Hoover to try to find out about all this. But this canine, the reason why, now this is just a dog. Just listening to what they said, the canine bit the guy because the guy was trying to crawl up under all that stuff and taking that gun with him. So once he started to fight and resist, the canine bit him. And then the canine said, I ain't finna fool with him no more. The canine just laid on him, so he couldn't go nowhere. They trained to do that. Yes. And it was one of the Border Patrol's canines. If you train them dogs like they supposed to, they're going to go do exactly what they supposed to do. And the dog did exactly what he's supposed to do. He's a hero today. He took down a killer. He said he was planning to hijack a car with that gun. That's what he planned. That's what they say now. Yeah, what? That's what it said. His name Christopher Bates. Y'all can look him up. They say he walked off with t-shirt and underwear. Where they do that at? T-shirts and underwear on a work release job in Gulf Shores. And they think he headed towards Mobile, Alabama, because that's where he's from. Got it right here. This and 5 more other stories in this book right here. Let me tell y'all something. Things are getting really serious. If you don't notice, the prices of things are going up. Hey, Miss Marcia, girl. Yeah, that's what I said, good dog. That's why, you know what? Let me tell y'all. Y'all might not remember, but I believe this is the same dog that got overheated. Remember when see, y'all don't believe nothing I tell y'all. Y'all don't believe it. But remember when I told y'all that one of those canines that they had looking for that escapee, the canine got too overheated. Yeah, I told y'all about it. I said, y'all, they got to make sure they out there in that heat and they out in all that stuff. That man had to bring the handler. That's who handled the canines. He had to bring him back in and put him in that vehicle to get that dog for being hot. And he had to give him some type of cold water. I just don't make this stuff up. I don't. The only thing y'all got to do, y'all, Really, I ain't lying, y'all. It just go research it. Go research it. You know, fact check it. But that dog got too high. They can't get too high. Those dogs are treated just like an officer. Yeah, I'm proud of that dog. That's right, Miss Rhonda. They put him in the car to cool him off because they said the K9 had got too high. Now imagine, y'all saw them four over there in Hoover, and my mind. And all that grass, them K9. Let me tell you, they weren't going to continue to keep them K9s out there now. I'm telling y'all that. They gave it the benefit of the doubt. See, in my mind, it was four, but I never saw but one. That's all I saw one. And this particular day when they first came up, you saw one. It was one because it was Border Patrol or whatever. He was there with his K9. But that was more than one over there when they was trying to get that escapee. But over there wasn't nobody missing. And they were looking back at us. In my mind, I see four. But I never saw but one, really. And he didn't stay out there too long because the grass was too high. If the conditions for a human, they look at it as the K9 too. They don't want those dogs to be in distress. And when they get a certain age, they retire the K9. Go look it up. And they better not find out that them handlers are not treating them right. Because if they find that out, they're going to charge them and they're going to take the dog. Yes. You can't mistreat them dogs. But usually, they're going to get somebody who's a dog lover. Somebody who loves and cares about dogs. That's what they get. Yeah, with Ronald McDonald and Chucky, yeah. She had went over there to Tarjay and got them cheeses. Y'all know that. And them granola bar without no water. Uh-huh. Yeah. Charlie came, but I read they came this morning in the inbox again. You can't stop talking about Carly. I ain't gonna stop talking about her. That's what my response. I ain't do no more response. I ain't gonna stop talking about her. And I said it just like that. I ain't gonna stop talking about her. I ain't finna be politically correct. I ain't gonna talk correct, and I ain't gonna stop talking about her. I said, if you come back on tonight, I'm going to make sure before I get off that line on YouTube and Facebook that I bring Hoover, Alabama up. And them K9s. I'm going to bring it up. Who these people think they are? I just don't understand it. I don't understand how people think that they can come and tell you out in your inbox. I don't understand. Yeah, people are getting to the point where I just don't understand them. But they should understand themselves. We can play this game all night long. We can play it. Because you ain't going to make me stop talking about it. No. And I go wherever I want to go. Wherever those trucks take me, I can go. Okay? I don't know. That's why these stories, that's why I'm coming out with a big story. A big one. That's why I tell y'all, be careful where y'all take y'all children and grandchildren. Be careful who you call your friend and watching your children. I don't care who they are. You better be careful with these kids. People do not care. They will molest a child. I wasn't going to say nothing about this one. I really wouldn't. I was going to wait. Because I wasn't going to say nothing about it because it pissed me off thinking about it. But over there in them common lessons home, them manners. Let me tell y'all something. And I'm out for Carla. I ain't studying her right now. I'm finished with her. I gave her 2 minutes of fame. Now I'm moving on. It's a 96-year-old woman. She turned 96 in August. And it's a 90-year-old man. He's in the home too. The nurse came in there and caught him with his shirt open, her pants, and he had his hands on her breast. And he gonna tell the investigator he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. But he 90, got his hand on a 96-year-old woman. The granddaughter has power of attorney. She's mad. She's mad. They finna file a lawsuit against them. The man is still in here. The woman has Alzheimer's, so she does not talk. But they think on 3 occasions they don't caught him in there messing with her. 90 years old. and she 96. But what they did not tell the granddaughter is that he is a sex offender, 90 years old, and not touching that old lady. The granddaughter was almost in tears. She couldn't believe it. They wanted to lie to her. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all got parents and things and elderly people in them homes, please go check on your people. Please. I know that there's times that you have to put your loved ones in there, but go check on them. That man been messing with that woman, and they don't came forward allegedly, and said that he don't did it several times. And listen, anybody can say, "Oh, I'm something wrong with me. I'm dumb. I don't know what I'm doing." But he's a registered sex offender. They don't know how many women he don't mess with in there. They don't. I could understand the woman. The woman was almost in tears. I just thank the God that he had never let that happen to me. Because you never know what you'll do when you get a call and somebody tell you that, and everybody else trying to cover it up. Because that's what they do at places. They cover this stuff up. That's why you can't sign them papers and just leave your loved ones there and don't go back and see about them. You can't. I got to stop talking about this because I get emotional about these old elderly people who can't talk for themselves, who can't fend for themselves. That woman is laying in that bed. She couldn't say stop. And you're going to tell me, well, she didn't say stop? The woman doesn't even talk. She has Alzheimer's. Family over anything. Take some time out. People say they don't have time to check on their loved ones. You really don't have time not to. People will treat people any kind of way. And we got to stop it. It starts with the younger people who has a voice, who can say something. She reported this. And that man's still there. Y'all, this is seeing and all knowing. Leaving on a sad note, I didn't even mean to bring that up. But I'm going to Facebook. But what time is? Let me see what time it is because I'm not going there right away. Anybody got the time? Can y'all tell the doc what the time is? I don't got just, I can imagine what the woman was going through. I really can. It is. It is, Miss Scott. It is. And reading and listening to it, if you got any feeling for elderly people, you're in tears. I was just sitting there, tears just coming. Just coming. Okay, it's 7:30. Okay. I will be on Facebook at 8 o'clock. So that's less than 30 minutes. I will be on Facebook. Y'all meet me over there. The ones that are here, I won't tag you in. I will be there at 8 o'clock. Y'all, please meet me on Facebook. And y'all, we got to pray. We living in evil times now. We really are. Very evil times. Y'all, this is Seeing and All Knowing. And I'll see you at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Facebook. Please come and join me. Y'all, I'm out.